truth is, the day the youth wakes up and decide to take the bull by the horn, things will begin to change. They are actually watching us. They are waiting. The day we make up our mind to say it is time, and it's time to get that which belongs to us back.
Do you think that day will ever come?
Why I feel it will never come? Let me just tell you the truth.
Divine Vocals Studio, the real mix studio.
Let me just tell you the truth. This is the mindset of a black man. Greed. As an African man, this is our mentality. This is how, just like even our mothers.
Is it a common belief that you will still do the same?
Even our mothers of those days, if you, as a husband, if you give them money, they will not return change. They won't keep change to say, this is, I spent XYZ. They will not be accountable. Say, I spent XYZ. This is the remaining balance. So you see that this thing is from the roots.
But that's different. The marriage is different from what we're talking about.
Marriage is different,
because
if I observe
she may have kept it for a reason.
No. If you are kept it for a reason, you should be accountable to say, okay, this is what I kept. This is the remaining for a certain purpose. We know that, okay, being accountable is one of the most important things, and that's what we are lacking in the system. Nobody is accountable.
Accountability.
That is why you see now that everybody is trying to bring in before they are about leaving. Now the idea is they are bringing their children to stay in the position. Everybody wants to retain the power with them. Nobody wants the royalty to leave his home.
But these youths that I mentioned earlier, who are actually trying to make impact on their own, what do you have to say about them?
Of course. There are a lot of us who we want to do more. We have the capacity. But those who are already in a certain level, and there are people who already displayed a kind of character or attitude that has shown to the ones up there that these people cannot do more. They feel we are just making mouth, because when we come on the internet, look at the thing. In fact, 80% of people on the internet has proven that, hey, these youths can't do anything. And they've tested us over time. And we've proven to them that we cannot do more. So those few ones who are there, who are doing the right thing, if you see them, encourage them, give them the support that you can give to them. Whether you're a local government chairman, whether you are in any position you are occupying, if you find anyone around you that you know that this person is up and is willing to change the system or improve the system, give them the support that they can give them. It's very important. I mean, that's why some of them, if you check, they'll say, good girl no they pay. I don't know if you've come across that statement.
Good girl no they pay.
It's because they have tried over time. Let me tell you, some of our elites, the businessmen, and the ones from the East, let me be honest with you, I think I've said this before, they are part of our problem. Sorry to say. I remember years ago when Obi Kubana did his mother's burial. I told my friend, I said, you see this burial? After this burial, there are certain young men who have made up their mind to do something. They have not come out to say, this is the business we do. This is how we do it. This is what we have passed through. This is the things that are involved. These are the process. They have never told us the process. We only see how they flash the whole thing online. So the perception of a youth, of an average Nigerian youth, his mind is whatever it will take me to do what this man is doing, I will do it. So they are also part of our problem today. They are part of our problem, because by the time they flaunt all these things and we never saw your process.
They don't flaunt their process.
You don't flaunt your process before us. We are just seeing you that, in a twinkle of an eye, money is one, they say money in our water. And our youth don't have the mind to process things. The way you present it to them, they bring it like that, they print it the same way. They don't have the mind to process. So these people have added a lot. If you check last year, this Obule season, 30 December, you saw that a lot of them did not go home with one car. It was on convoy. Now they've introduced convoy to the youth. An average youth now wants to go home this with convoy. 2026 now with convoy. In what way do you think that young man is thinking that, how do I make such money? He feels that there is something hidden these guys are not telling us. So whatever way we can,
and they are ready to do it,
and they are
no matter what it takes.
So the government should also caution such things. Advanced countries, that there are some certain things that on their social media space is censored.
Yes,
they don't show it to us because why? The young people can be influenced with little things. So these people has added a lot of things to our youth that is making them do the things they do today. There are a lot of youth who are gifted, but they've seen that gift is not paying. They've tried to strive on their own. They've seen that, no way out. They have responsibility. They have parents that when they look back in the village, their parents are there. They say, no, we are going outside to come feed home. At the end of the day, they get involved in things. Even when you find, or maybe you find them guilty, they will still tell you. They will tell you that this thing is because I want to meet up to standard. So you see that we have, it is not, I understand the government have a major role, but we as an individual, what are we doing?
And talking about we also having a role to play, people often blame the church for contributing to the menace in the society because of this materialistic gospel, making people believe that once you come to church, go out there, make the money and just come and pay your tithes. Do you think that's true, or there's an element of truth in that?
The thing is, over time, they've been prosperity message. We shouldn't shy away to be prosperous. We shouldn't take it off.
Naturally prosperous.
Yes, as a Christian, we shouldn't have flashy cars and stuff. But the truth is, there are churches who are making mistakes, who are not directing the people properly. Trying to force them, even making them to do where their capacity. Because I've listened to people, to preachers who will preach and say, you can give 1 million. You can give 2 million. What is that person doing? Did you get any job for this person? And where do you expect this person to get job? The hype has become too much. It's true. We can't shy away from it that the church now is all about money. And when when you are giving an award in church of the best, I'm not saying it's a bad thing anyway, but I notice over time it puts people under pressure. When you say the best giver, you gave 32 million, you give award. The next you give this one. The truth is this:
the most dangerous sower.
It has made people. The church is now competitive. Because when I'm in the church and they're giving somebody a award, do you know how you feel?
You would like to give.
You like to do. So you don't care
so
how you're going to give. You're going to take whatever the way and make sure you come back and do the same thing and get that award. So with that, we are putting some of our people, our members under pressure. I think there should be a balance. Don't make people go take decisions that they never planned. If you're saying, give, fine, willingly, not under compulsion. Don't try to put pressure on people because you have a project in church. So I saw a preacher who talked about $5,000 recently, and they said they found out that the children's school fee is about $7,000 or $10,000. So the pressure he brought when they called him from school that said the school fees is due, he brought the pressure to the church. So, but I think there should be a balance. The church should understand that this is the church of God. God is not all about money. And that's why a lot of people who are rich in church feel they cannot be ushers. They cannot do something. They cannot be
they cannot serve.
They cannot serve because they feel their money.
They are the ones sponsoring the church.
They are the ones sponsoring. But that is not the original plan of God. It was never about your money. It was about your soul. But we've taken it out of context now. We are doing it as we feel based on the project. Everybody wants to do project, massive project. You are putting them under pressure because you saw one or two person, your colleague is doing one project. You say no, I must. For me, church is a place where people will come and still get their support. They should get support. They should get support because it is not all about you. It's about the souls God has committed to you. People have left church today. In fact, evangelism, don't get evangelism of late. It's very difficult. Yes, go out to evangelism and hear
what people are saying out there.
You could see experiences. Tears will come out of your eye.
And do you know this has gone so far to influence the mentality of our people, especially the people who are churchgoers?
Yes.
I was having a conversation with a certain man. He's a trader, a businessman, and he's wealthy to an extent, So we're discussing about tithing and giving and all of that, because I observed that he usually mentioned that whenever we are discussing how he gave, how he tithed, the pastor that he giving tithes and all of that. So we're kind of sharing ideas on how best to be a Christian, how to give to God the right way and all of that. So he said that we should just stop all these things we are talking about, that man of God is doing business. Are you not doing your own business? Allow him to do his business. How do you expect him to survive? I was trying to understand where he was going. I kept him throwing more questions. He said, yes, that no matter what I say from now till tomorrow, that he will be giving him money. Let him be praying for him. That since he doesn't have the time to pray, that somebody should be praying for him. That's his own business. Me, while I go about doing my own business. It sounds funny, but he wasn't saying it like a joke. He was damn serious about it. And this is the mindset of a lot of churchgoers out there. Now, away from the church, because we've talked about a number of things that are factors responsible for this youthful, lackadaisical attitude towards leadership of tomorrow. Now, let's talk about you. You were recently given an appointment in one of the states in Nigeria. You know, you are now a member of the committee on land security and waterways, right? Yeah. Okay, this is a great opportunity because you are a youthful young man who has just been appointed. Would you like to share with us your, what you intend to do, your intentions, when you get there? Because we keep talking about how youth can make impact, how can make a difference, and all of that. Yeah. Would you mind sharing with us your vision?
First, when I got the letter, I told myself, because one thing I believe, I thank God because I've been privileged to be under mentorship and tutoring over the years.
Which is very important. So, in my life as an individual, anywhere I find myself, it is not all about the money first. I have, that's one thing Pastor Chris has succeeded in removing a certain mindset that as you are going into a place, maybe because the place has to do with money, your mindset is just to go there and eat money and do no. The mindset we are coming in with is we want to see system grow. We want to impact that so that, one of the most important thing I feel about this life is your legacy. When you leave, what footprints did you deposit you leave
there?
Behind?
It's very key. It's very key. So I had sat down last night. I was thinking, I said, dear God, this is an opportunity and I am going there to be a different man. I am not going there. Let my principal understand that this man is ready for the war. If you fail to do what you have been, the generation that will come will one day come and ask you, what did you do with that which was committed to you? So I am set to restructure things to make sure my impact is felt.
But do you think there is much you can actually do looking at the kind of people we have in power? Because they say one tree cannot make a forest. You have come, we believe you can make a difference, but to what extent? How do you think you can be able to do that?
The truth is this. The Bible says if you want to go to a strong man's house, what do you do first? You bind the strong man. So I am not going in with my strength.
Okay.
I am not going in with my ability. The Bible said the heart of a king is in the hand of the Lord. So when you get there, know that people are already there who might not align with your thoughts or your kind of mindset. So what you do first, you hold them in the spirit so that when you go there, you can begin to operate and they will align themselves. So I just pray that as we continue, as we go about discharging our duties, we pray that God begins to give people the same mindset. As you add to them, they understand where you're coming from and begin to align themselves so that we can succeed together and make that impact. Only very dark man now is holding the full country to also. Only one man, because it's a choice. The man made up his mind and said, I want to be clean. I want to come out plain. I want to be this. And the truth is, only one man. You see, I have had this mindset. You don't need a whole crowd to change things. Only you can choose, and the world will hear of you. I mean, the young man is not just heard in the country, but all over the world is recognized. So it is a decision and a choice. Make up your mind. And you will see the result.
What do you think about people who still criticize very dark man? In fact, they want him off the way. They want him off the way by all cost.
I used to say one thing. I said, anybody who wants the young man out of the way has something, a cockroach in his cupboard. There is something you are hiding. Any man that wants to kill the truth or does not want the truth to be out, there is something about that person, and that person should be avoided at all costs.
What about people who have this narrative that he's a manipulator? I mean, what you call the truth, for instance, to them may not be the truth. They have different narratives and different mindsets towards his activities. What do you think about such people? And the young man himself, do you think he is 100% genuine?
The Bible says, woe unto a man if all men speak good of you. You are cursed. If men, everybody begin to hail you, that means you are in trouble. So don't expect a man who has chosen to come out with the truth for the whole world or for everyone to like that person. Because a lot of people have been in an office where they have been destroying people. So he is trying to come out to open what has been hidden for ages. So you don't expect. There are people who enjoy darkness. There are people who their resources, their livelihood is from some deep secrets. So when somebody else come out to counter what they are doing, what do you expect? And they have other people who support their evil. So I see that young man as somebody who God has sent, except he chooses to go outside the direction. Because you can be doing something and not really have the 100% purpose of why you are doing what you are doing. So I believe that this guy has been sent to this generation for a purpose, for a cause to be fulfilled.
He might have been sent for a purpose, but
yes,
is it really God that sent him? Because we see him worshiping.
Yes, the truth is,
native.
let me tell you, the truth is, tradition has been in existence.
Okay,
tradition has been, and let me tell you, tradition during our time, the time of our forefathers, is not to come and kill somebody. Our tradition is clean. Tradition comes with an open hand. Tradition is fairness. If you see somebody who is into tradition or menana, that person can, in fact, the consecration in tradition is more. You must consecrate yourself. You cannot have yourself as a pure traditional man sleeping with somebody's wife or doing some certain things, because tradition's consecration is high. But the truth is, even in this time, there are some things that are changed. The tradition has quite changed. A lot of people are now converting it to evil. But before now, it was so that guy can come out, even though he's serving whatever he's serving. Me, I don't care what he's serving. But one of the things we always believe and stand is a man who chooses to speak the truth. We give that man our 100% support. Now check. People who have been scamming people who have been using all kinds of cream and lying and causing people their health issues has been at risk. There are a lot of people who their health has damaged as a result of the wicked heart of man. You know that you didn't go to school. You were not trained for this thing. You sat down, brought chemical, mix it together and give to your fellow man because you want to make money. Now look at that guy has succeeded in breaking those things. So we should be able to celebrate that guy.
Did he really succeed? Because they are still selling fake creams
go
everywhere.
And check the internet. I know those days where you will give a celebrity advert to do. They will tell you stories. 1 year they never shoot your advert after you've paid millions.
Okay.
But right now, if they don't have chance, they will tell you they don't have chance. But before then, they do it and they chat you to tell you, do you know who I am? Go to any level you want to go to. I will go to there with you. I will put call there. Why? Because they know that somebody is behind them. But right now, it's no longer a game as usual. The young man has changed it. Whoever you are, let's get to the mud. You see now that so the guy has succeeded in trapping those things down. And now any vendor you call online, the fear of very dark man is now the beginning of wisdom. Any vendor you call will deliver according to agreement. Why? To avoid. As a matter of fact, you check sometimes people will say, I will tell very dark man, or the next thing they will deliver you whatever they want to deliver. So what are we saying? The guy has succeeded at least to an extent. We have seen what he has done. If not, the oppressed have been oppressed for too long. They have oppressed a lot of people. There are some people who go to jail for no just cause.
Talking about oppression, because it's still going on in a very large scale, how can we be able to get more of very dark man in this generation? Is it possible to raise more of this kind of people?
If you can have very dark man in different spheres, a very dark man that can be speaking against drugs, have very dark man that can be speaking against cultism. We have very dark man that can be speaking against kidnapping.
We had that in our recent issue.
You understand? We have different very dark man that is operating in different.
Even though he's under investigation.
So if we have very dark man in different organizations, that means men, and we are ready to stand for uprightness. Things will change. At least for him to have been able to achieve this in a short while. That means if we can have more to support him, to say, okay, look at what's his name now that calls out people who sells fake land. This young man, I can't remember his name. Scott. Now you see that Scott has succeeded. If not for Scott, we will know that
P1.
this P1. Hey, when I saw files, yes, that people had bought land, they have not seen their land. And I mean, we didn't even know all these years that it was a scam. But because somebody also came out and said, let me go through this part and begin to bring out the deep secrets.
Thank you so much, Pedro, for coming on the Divine Vocals today. It has been a great time, a great conversation,
Yes, so
very, very interesting discussion here. If you just tuned in, today we are looking at the future of our generation, the future of our country, which they say lies in the hands of the youths. We call the youths the leaders of tomorrow. But how are the leaders of tomorrow faring? Because that's what determines how tomorrow is going to be. Thank you so much once again for coming on the show. As we begin to round up now, what will be your final words concerning preparing for tomorrow, especially when it comes to leadership for the youths?
I would want to say, in fact, as a matter of fact, if it's possible for me to kneel down for the youths, to say, please go back to the drawing board. Don't allow peer pressure to push you or to move you into something you never planned.
Do you think the likes of Wike will ever allow us to get
Wike and Akpabio?
You know, God has given every man gifts. Discover that as a young man. That's which God. Everything is inside you in different areas. And the truth is, nobody can do it like you. It is only you with that peculiar gift that God has given you. Come out from drugs. Come out from whatever thing. If you're a lady, a young lady, come out of selling your body. You can't use your body to be successful. Nobody has ever sold her body and become successful, and they give the person an award for selling her body. So using your body is a wrong investment because it has time limits. So if you're a young girl, you're a young boy, come out of your shares. Tell yourself that I can be original. I can come out from not doing anything that has to do with drugs and become what I have to be and impact my generation. This is what I want to say to them.
Thank you so much once again for coming on Divine Vocals today. We hope to have you next time on the show.
Thank you.
Divine Vocals Studio, the Real Mix Studio.